Hey, what's going on, guys? Coming back at you guys with another video today, and today we're going to be going over how to start out a YouTube channel. Now, we're going to be going over this in 3 ways: cheap, moderate, and expensive. And all these ways are very doable. The cheap, low quality, moderate, good quality, and expensive is even better quality than moderate, as expected. But with that, guys, we're going to start out with the cheap tier, guys, and we're going to start out with your capture, how you're going to get the gameplay. Now, you could go as far as just using your phone to record the screen by setting up on a tripod or having someone else record it. Now, that will be very low quality, and the game sound will be very dull and obscured by other audio, but it is a way of getting the gameplay recorded, and if you are very passionate about it, that'll work for you. Now, another way is if you have a computer or a laptop, you can get the Xbox app on the computer if it is compatible with it, and then broadcast your Xbox screen to your computer and record it with a software called OBS, and it's free to download on your computer. Now, that being said, it is a little bit lower quality. I'd say it's about 480p, and it may cause some lag if your internet connection is not that great, but still, it's better than recording with your phone, and it is a better way of getting the game sound. It'll definitely sound a lot better than just with your phone. Now, with a microphone, guys, you could just use your gaming headset, or if you have a laptop, the microphone on your laptop, or if you're recording with your phone, just your phone microphone, even though all of those will be a little bit choppy. And with the laptop, you're going to hear that fan in the background from your laptop, or with your phone, you're going to hear all that background noise of breathing and stuff like that. And with a gaming headset, you're going to be better quality of voice, but it's not going to have that crisp recording experience that a good microphone would have, but it is the better option. And we're going to move into the editing software now. The editing software, you could get some free ones offline, but my experience with them is you get a huge watermark on the video, which it's not going to work out that great, to be honest. But you could get a cheap editing software and some other ways to edit that I may not know about, and if any of you guys do know about them, please leave them in the comments below and help people out. But the most expensive thing in this cheap tier is going to be that editing software, because you could record for free with your laptop if you already have a laptop, or with your phone, because most people have phones these days, but not a lot of people have an editing software that they just have laying around, so that is going to be the most expensive thing. Now, you can get iMovie. I forget how much that costs. I know that's cheap, but not that cheap, but it's not that great of an editing software, but it is at least something, so you are editing a little bit, so you don't have those unchopped pieces of footage that no one's going to want to see. But if you did want to skip the editing process, you could just go for one take videos, which you're going to have to restart a lot, or just don't edit at all, and that is going to leave some unwanted footage that people probably aren't going to want to watch. Now, the most ideal cheap setup would be a laptop or computer with the Xbox app and broadcasting to it and recording it with OBS, using your gaming headset for the microphone, and getting a cheap editing system that works for you. Now, with that, it is going to be pretty low quality, but you can do it, and it is doable if you are passionate about it and keep on working. Now, if you do cheap, you can start working towards the moderate tier, but if you do have money at the start, you can start off at the moderate tier. And I'm going to move into the moderate category now, and we're going to start with the capture card first, because that's what we did with the cheap tier. And my personal preference would be the Elgato HD60. That's what I use, or any variation of the Elgato. I think they work perfectly fine. They record in great quality, and it is very nice looking. I mean, I was shocked by whatever I saw whenever I started editing and whenever I uploaded my first video. Now, there are cheaper options than the Elgato capture card, but I would definitely, if you are going for a capture card, I would definitely save up for an Elgato, because you do get what you pay for. People aren't just joking around when they say that. You get what you pay for. If you do go cheap, you might get cheap quality. Now, there are capture cards out there that can cost $50 to about $200. I know I got my Elgato for about $150, I think it was. And while that is not cheap, that is a good price for the amount of quality that you get. Now, we're going to move into the microphone setting. I'm going to have to suggest the Blue Ice Snowball microphone, because that is what I use, and it is very nice. The sound is crisp. It catches a lot of things. It makes everything just sound nice. It doesn't really catch a lot of feedback, and it just gets the job done. And I don't know of any other cheaper microphones, but I definitely know this is one of the best for the price that it's at. I think it's from $50 to $70. I can't remember. I'm surprised that it's that cheap with the way it works. And it does look like a very solid microphone, and it works amazingly. Now I think that's all I have to say on the microphone category. If anyone knows any alternatives, any cheaper alternatives than the snowball microphone, leave that in the comments. Like anything else, if you guys do have any other suggestions that I missed to help everyone out. So let's talk about editing system. I use Sony Vegas. That is expensive, so you could go a little bit cheaper to an editing system I used to use, which is made by the same company, is Movie Studio. It goes from $50 to $70. I can't completely remember, but you can start at the lowest tier of Movie Studio, and they do actually have tiers. There are 3 of them, but you can start at the bottom and upgrade, because they have upgrade costs that are a lot cheaper than just buying the higher tiers of editing systems outright. But if you do have the money, I would definitely go for the higher tier first, because it does have a lot more features than the bottom one. And I want to add, for the moderate tier guys, I would recommend having a laptop or computer. I have a laptop. I have an HP laptop that I bought last year for around $600, and it runs great. I can stream on it. And for streaming, it's not really about how strong your PC is. It's really just how strong your internet connection is. And I can stream decently off this thing, but I would feel more comfortable with a better PC, but I don't really have the money to get a better PC right now. That's why I'm in the moderate range right about now. But it does get the job done, and it does look pretty good on stream. Now we're going to move into the high tier guys, and for a high tier, I wouldn't say there's any upgrading to the capture card that you could really do, because that is kind of the epitome of game capture. It's one of the best already, and it's not that expensive, so there is no higher capture card that you could get. For microphones, you could get a studio microphone with a pop blocker, or whatever that thing's called. I don't know, I'm sorry guys. But for the expensive, if you did want to stay cheap a little bit, save money on the microphone, I would go with the blue snowball microphone, because it does work pretty well. I don't know how well the studio microphones work, or the other ones that kind of look like a studio microphone. I don't know what they are. I don't know how they work, but this one works good enough for me. And even when I do start to upgrade my setup, I'm probably still going to use this microphone, because it hasn't failed me yet, and I'm going to keep on using it until it doesn't work anymore. Now the only thing I really think you could upgrade for the expensive tier would be the PC or the editing software. For editing software, you could definitely go to the highest price Sony Vegas software that you could get, which has a lot more features to it than Movie Studio or the lower tiers of Sony Vegas that they have out there. So if you did want to go the expensive tier, you could get the $700 Sony Vegas editing software, which is just mind-blowing to me that there's an editing software out there for $700. That's just insane. But if you guys do want to do that, go ahead. I'm not going to judge, not going to tell you not to do it, because you do get what you pay for, and I imagine there are a lot of good things on that software. But for computer wise, for expensive, you could get a gaming PC or a very, very powerful PC. Now this would be for rendering speeds to go up, or for streaming to be a lot better. Even though a lot of that is relying on internet speed, a powerful PC will definitely make your videos look a little bit better. Well, not look, but render a little bit better and stuff like that. Maybe make your streams look a little bit better than they already do. It's really just a personal preference. I'm not going to buy an expensive PC, but I do want to get one that's a little bit stronger than this laptop I'm running off of, so my streams will look a little bit better. And I do want to work on upgrading my internet that I have now, so it's not as choppy whenever I stream. I'm sorry guys if the expensive tier wasn't really what you expected, with a whole bunch of huge setup things, blah 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 blah. I don't really think anything else is required other than a PC and an editing software for the expensive tier, because I don't really see a need for anything else. But if you guys do have anything for the expensive tier, go ahead and put it down in the comments below. I don't know anything that you would need that'd be more expensive than what you have in the moderate tier. I was just putting that category in there for someone that was really wanting to go all out. But if you're just starting YouTube, I definitely wouldn't go all out. I'd go with the moderate tier. But if you don't have the money to go for the moderate tier, I would go for the cheap, which works just as well, just lower quality, and it's gonna be a little bit harder to start growing your channel with that cheap tier. But that being said, it's not impossible. Anything's impossible, guys. If you're passionate about it, keep on going for it. But if you can, go for the moderate tier, get that stuff. It'll definitely be a solid foundation for a good YouTube channel. So I think that's all I have to say, guys, for this video. I might do a video in the next coming days about how to start a successful gaming channel, what you kind of need, what I'm starting to realize I'm going to need, and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, if you guys did find this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you guys do want to stick around for videos in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That'd be very grateful of you guys doing that. I hope you guys all have a great day, and if you don't, you can always look forward to tomorrow, guys. But that being said, I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna go enjoy life a little bit. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out, guys. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.